Oh, hi there. This is your pilot speaking on behalf of Don't Be a Dickhead Airlines.
Please keep your feet off the windows, don't block the aisles, and don't do any fucking yoga while the plane is in flight.
Seeing as summer's almost here, let's talk about the absolute worst possible passengers you can imagine and what not to do when you're flying.
Oh, fantastic. She's literally dancing in the aisle.
This is exactly what you need. You wake up at the crack of dawn, you dragged yourself out of Sligo on a diet of coffee and fucking despair.
I'm highly strung at the best of times. I cannot tell you what I am like when I get to an airport.
This is not public transport, it's performance art, darling, and the passengers, they are literally a captive audience.
The thing is, they're not only a captive audience here, but they're an audience constrained by the laws of aviation. So like even how, like if this was happening on a bus, we'll say, in Dublin, I might scream shut the fuck up. But I'm not doing that on an aeroplane. I have to behave even more so when I'm on an aeroplane. So she not only has a captive audience, but she has an entirely compliant and submissive audience with this that she knows aren't going to kick off.
If you tried that in Dublin bus, you might get a warm can of Dutch Gold lobbed at you by some lad who hasn't blinked since Tala.
You would, or urine thrown at you. That's the reality. You absolutely would.
And once the applause in her head at least dies down, it's break time. So why not pop your feet up on someone's headrest? You'd love this, wouldn't you, Chris?
I would literally scream. Like, I would literally scream so hard it would damage my vocal cords. I'm not even joking with you. That's not a foot, like that's an act of war.
Not comfy enough? Chuck those socks up on the armrest.
Oh! Oh, nice! Okay! Why stop there? Let's bring a hammock, will we? Will we bring one of those outdoor beds that you see on expensive patios? Let's do that. Let's bring a day bed and let's put it there. Let's just colonize row 17.
And for the overachievers out there, why not get those trotters on the fucking ceiling? Yes, look at this.
How? What is going on here? Was this woman born a bat or something? This is fucking grotesque.
Is this Cirque du Soleil or the 7 a.m. flight to Liverpool?
This is infuriating.
And if you're feeling limber, this is the perfect time, Chris, for a bit of yoga.
God of fucking mighty.
Yes, right in the aisle, right between row 14 and please fucking kill me.
I hope she reaches some type of enlightenment through this because I am rapidly losing my faith in humanity. Much as like this would also harm me, like if I was on a flight like this and somebody was doing like this, I would hope we hit like severe turbulence and like turbulence that injures all of us. Like I wouldn't even mind being a little bit injured, a bit of whiplash or something, as long as these people get launched the entire way down the aisle of the cabin. Like I would take that.
I suppose that is the only silver lining you can hope for here.
Announcement, everyone, this Saturday is my first pro fight. If you're in Houston, Texas, come out, watch it.
Maybe you might want to promote your mate's boxing match or your candle brand or your fucking OnlyFans, because once again, people can't go anywhere. So why not make the most of it?
If you're in Houston, Texas, come out, watch it. It's also going to be on DAZN.
Okay.
People just love unsolicited promo while hurtling through the sky in a fucking pressurized tin tube, don't they?
Never mind being annoyed by stuff like this. Like, I'm annoyed by really functional, procedural stuff on a plane that has to happen. Like when the pilot tells us we're landing and stuff. Even that annoys me. So I can only imagine how annoyed I would be if I came across something like this.
Also, you know, if you're on board, cool thing to do is to record your video, but keep recording it until you get the take you want. Like this lady. Someone here in the comments said they were on the flight and reckons she did about 14 takes of this and looked bothered when others tried to use the toilet.
Imagine you're hungover, you really desperately need to go to the toilet, and this woman is just there doing this. I think I'd actually just vomit on myself.
I don't know what she's trying to do.
All I can tell you, Peter, is that it was definitely worth 14 takes to get this. Like, sometimes great art does take time, and this is well worth 14 takes, you know? This is the kind of methodical attitude to filmmaking that we need.
I think it's the Stanley Kubrick approach, really, here. Boobita. Coming to the Oscar list sometime soon, perhaps. And Chris, don't worry, if people are trying to sleep, fuck them. That's what I say, fuck them. Time to pace the aisle, like this fella here. Like you're being haunted.
Oh, wonderful.
World record for fastest mile recorded in an airplane.
This guy decides he's going to get his steps in on the flight. He starts doing laps of the plane.
Why would you rest when you can do 10,000 steps in spite of the other 400 people that are on this plane?
I'd never trained at this altitude, so I loaded up on as much carbs as possible.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful. I'm so glad he's doing this.
He's even sitting down having his bottle of water like he's a proper athlete.
Most people were asleep, so I had no problem working my way through the aisles.
I hope that woman tells him to move, does she?
He says that she even got in on it and, you know, was giving him snacks to motivate him to keep him going.
She probably thought there was some type of diabetic episode going on or something. There is no way an air hostess encouraged him to fucking walk up and down the aisle.
Even the flight attendants were rooting for me and helping me keep track of my laps.
Just look at him.
She's not encouraging him there. She is saying, "Sir, are you okay, or do we need to emergency land the plane?"
Still not enough attention, though. Time to whip out your personal PA system.
Oh.
Grab my microphone, I'm gonna use it. This is perfect, thank you. We're set up great. If you don't take this deep...
This is a whole other level of narcissism. She brought a microphone and everything.
You've got thoughts, and sure, the cabin is your TED Talk, basically.
Wow.
I'm completely harmless. Also, I think you're only doing this because, like I said, I'm not terrible to look at. Yeah.
And finally, when the wheels hit the tarmac, don't clap, sing loudly.
This is insane.
Oh, you need me like I need you now. Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the...
Serenade the sleep-deprived, the traumatized, the guy who needs therapy because you destroyed his eardrums. Yeah.
Stick it online to show everybody what a fantastic human being you are.
It's funny as well because, you know, Peter, I'm a ferociously patriotic man. And much as I hate to tear down any of our fellow countrymen where they're showing national pride, there is sort of a trend online as well of when people get like videos of Irish traditional musicians doing this on like public transport. And that's what this video reminds me of. It is extremely annoying. You know, like when it's like trad session breaks out on whatever and you're like, no, stop that. No, I don't care. And we're not starting to do trad sessions. I will attend, let me tell you something. I will attend a trad session if I want to.
On your own terms.
Yes. If I consent to attending a trad session, that's what I will do.
Let's be a consensual trad session, is what you're saying.
Yes, I'm not having a non-consensual trad session pushed on me. You understand?
And look, I hope no one takes this the wrong way, but if I heard someone try to hijack a plane, my first question now would be...
Was it just another influencer?
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I can't tell which is more unhinged. If you follow me.
Of course, because I get it. Look, terrorists are awful, but their motives, though they're deluded, they have a cause.
Yeah.
There's something they truly believe in.
Meanwhile, fucking Becky's holding 200 passengers hostage because she wants to lip sync to Doja Cat in row 16.
It is wild in 2025 that I will actually say without flinching, I would nearly rather share a flight with a religious extremist than some influencer doing squats in the aisle while I'm trying to sleep.
Well, that was quite the learning experience. Tell us your thoughts in the comments below.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe right now. It's quick, it's easy, and it allows us to continue making content like this, which I'm sure everybody loved.
And also don't forget, if you want to support us directly, you can go to patreon.com/epicnews. It helps keep the channel independent and all that good stuff.